Does it say when?
Yeah. All right, we're
Okay.
live, so you'll see a
Oh,
timer.
hey.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Into the Backlog. I'm your host, Bowler, and my friend here, my good friend here, Black Cat. Her real name is Amanda. She is married to Fabian slash Chieftain, who is usually on the show.
Yes.
And she is joining me here today, and we are going to talk about Wednesday, new show that just such a good show. It just dropped on Netflix, like right before Thanksgiving on a Wednesday, and
Yep.
coincidentally, we're dropping this episode on a Wednesday.
It's Wednesday, my dudes.
It's Wednesday, my dudes. No, but yeah. So, Amanda, have you been working on anything in your backlog recently? Trying to clean it out?
So I know normally like you guys have like shows and games. I kind of just watch whatever I
Uh
feel
huh.
like. So not too many shows, but I do have like a game backlog. So
Okay.
um right now I'm actually playing Final Fantasy 8.
Nice. I still need to
Um
play that one.
yeah, it's not very far into it. I tried to play it when I was much younger and didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, same.
So, but I grew up like with all the Final Fantasy games because my older siblings would play it.
Uh huh.
So, I played Final Fantasy X again, which is a pain in the butt. But
Oh yeah.
yeah. So I'm just doing that. Finished Kingdom Hearts 3 like a couple weeks ago.
Nice. Love it.
So yeah, just games really.
Just play some games. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to do the same. Still working on God of War and Pokemon Scarlet. Yeah, I hear your doggo's going
Yeah.
off there. She wants to be a part
Sorry.
of the episode too. No, but yeah, I've been playing some games, but recently I've been finishing up Stone Ocean, JoJo. The last part just dropped on Thursday, I believe. Yeah, it was Thursday.
Yeah.
I got like 3 episodes left. Show is wild. We'll probably eventually do an episode on that, but
Yeah.
yeah. So let's move on here. So what were your initial thoughts going into Wednesday? Like when you first, heard about it, like how'd you feel? And then when you watched like the first episode, like what were your first thoughts about it? Like your initial thoughts on it, basically.
Right. So, as you know, I tend to try and avoid like trailers for anything.
Right. Yeah.
So I actually didn't even know this was coming out. Um,
Okay. Yeah.
I just like instantly started seeing like, oh, Wednesday was great, and I was like, to be honest, I was not really like gung ho at first because I was
Yeah.
worried that since it was Netflix, it can be extremely hit or miss.
Definitely.
um, so like before I even started, I just tried to be as like neutral as possible.
Yeah. Makes sense.
But the first episode honestly had me hooked because like normally I can't stop looking at my phone. It's just like ADD up in here.
Oh
So,
yeah.
but I like put my phone down. I was just watching the whole time. So
You were hooked, huh?
yeah,
Yeah, that first episode, like I knew the show was gonna be crazy when she got revenge on her brother's bullies by putting a bunch of
yeah.
piranhas in the pool and letting them devour these poor students.
Correction. He only lost a testicle. Remember?
Oh, that's right. He got lucky then. No, but yeah, I agree. Like I when I first heard about it, because I was sick when it first dropped, and
Yeah.
people were talking about it on the internet. I was seeing some memes already, like clips, and I'm like, oh, that's right, Wednesday's coming out. Because I
Yeah.
remember seeing it. I didn't watch the trailer, but I remember seeing that it was going to come out. So,
Yeah.
and growing up, I liked the cartoon and stuff, and I saw the movie. So I'm like, oh, you know what? I might give it a shot. And like, I started the first episode on Thanksgiving, and then 5 hours later, I'm like, oh man, I'm on episode 5 already. So
Yeah.
like, I got hooked too. And yeah, but the first episode alone, like, there's a lot to talk about there. So the just starting it out, when I wasn't expecting it to be like about a school. Like
Right.
I thought it was going to take place in their mansion that the Adams family live in, and we were just going to see wacky adventures with them. But it ended up being about a school, so that kind of drew me in even more. It caught my interest because I love like we both love Harry Potter, so
Yeah,
that's where I kind of thought that vibe, like it was Harry Potter vibe basically.
yeah.
So I was really looking forward to that. Um, but how'd you feel about the initial setup, like with the characters and like introductions to all the characters?
So, kind of like what you said, I didn't really know what to expect.
Hmm.
Um, so I mean, obviously, I knew it was gonna be Wednesday Adams, clearly, but like because it was called Wednesday, I was truly like, okay, is it just about her, or was it?
Oh, you're good.
Sorry, the dog's going crazy because someone's at the door.
Oh, it's all good.
But yeah, I didn't know what to expect because I'm so used to the '90s movies. Sorry, but I'm used to the '90s movies where like it was the whole family unit, and I even remember watching some of the really old show, like the black
Uh-huh.
and white,
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, and that was the whole family unit. So I will say at first I was a little like, oh, like we're not gonna have the whole gang together.
Completely agree. Yeah, that's what
Um,
I was disappointed about that.
yeah, but like otherwise, I realized, of course, that it's Tim Burton, and as you or anybody that knows me knows, I love Tim Burton. And
Oh
then
yeah.
because they're basically attached to each other, it's Danny Elfman. So
That you got to have them together. Yeah.
yeah. Um, so of course I was like, okay, this has to be good because
Right. That's what I thought. I
yeah,
remember because like I was listening to the music and I like episode 1 or 2 and I'm like, man, this sounds like Danny Elfman. I'm like, it might.
yeah,
I'm just like, yeah, it's like a gothic setting. There's no way it's Danny Elfman. I looked it up. Sure enough, it was Danny Elfman. And then I saw Tim Burton was directing it, so I'm like, oh, Amanda's gonna love this show
yeah.
just from that alone.
Well, and I found out, I guess as a little fun fact, that apparently way back in the '90s, they actually had approached Tim Burton first for the two movies,
Oh,
but
really?
he was
Okay.
Batman, so he couldn't do it.
Okay.
So
I did not
kind
know
of,
that.
yeah, apparently it's kind of like I don't know, like a throwback for him because now he gets his
Yeah,
chance,
he finally got to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, I like the setup. I like that there's new characters.
Hmm.
Um, I'm not 100% on if any of these characters are in the old comic, but
No, I have no
they're
idea.
new to me. So
Yeah, no, no, yeah. So I guess we can like transition like your favorites. So like obviously Wednesday is gonna be on everyone's favorite list.
yeah,
Jenna Ortega just killed that role. Like
yeah,
she is now Wednesday in my eyes. No one can replace her as Wednesday.
yeah.
But who are some of your other favorite characters?
So I really like I have to remember her name. The Principal Weems, the Gwendolyn Christie.
Oh yeah, Brianna Tarth. No, I'm just
Yes.
kidding. Yeah,
Um,
I loved her. She was great.
yeah, it was really cool because I'm just full of fun facts. But her like entire attire outfit was actually like supposed to be kind of like resembling the old Hitchcock films.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
what they went with her, and I just you could totally like if you've ever seen Hitchcock stuff or read about it, it's very like that. This is what Tim Burton's going for
That's
clearly.
yeah.
But I liked her because she did a good job of seeming both like an innocent character and also like a red herring. Like you could
Oh,
have totally,
she was sus.
yeah,
I knew right away. Like I suspected her as like one of the enemies or villains, whatever you want to call it, when she like came out of the bathroom and or you found out she was a shapeshifter.
yeah.
So she ended up appearing as that student, which we can maybe briefly talk about what happened there later. But that I agree. I really liked her. I thought she did a great job. But how did you feel about her? Like her fate at the end there.
I'm a little disappointed in that one, honestly.
Yep, me too.
Mostly just because like after you realize that she's not a terrible person.
Yeah.
um, the fact that she basically gave herself to protect the students, even if she wasn't aware she was going to. I assume we're spoilers here.
Yeah, full spoilers. I probably should have mentioned that right away, but all spoiler talk. So if you haven't seen the show, I apologize, but definitely,
Yeah.
Come back once you watch the show. But yeah. I was upset about her fate because I started to really like her character, and like you said, it definitely showed that she cared about the students. So
Yeah.
It tugged my heartstrings a bit seeing her ended up getting killed off. But
Yeah.
I guess another favorite character though for me would be Eugene.
Yeah.
The bee lover.
Yep.
He was really good. Like at first, I honestly didn't care about him. Like I kind of found him annoying, and maybe that's what they were going for. I don't know. But once he did that little mission that Wednesday told him to not do by himself, and he got attacked by the monster. Right then and there, like he grew to be one of my favorites.
Yeah.
How did you feel about him?
I loved him. I mean, he just seemed like, honestly, a lot of my friends that I had like when I was younger, because I was kind of like a Wednesday, so I was like all, emo gothic or whatever. But yeah, Eugene was just, I thought he was cute. Like he was just so nerdy and like he's just into bees, man. Like
yeah,
let him do it.
That was crazy though. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, no, I was just gonna say like I totally like gained respect for him as a character, that he went out when Wednesday was like, you're not meant for stuff like that.
Right.
And he was like, you want to bet kind of thing. And yeah, I just liked him. He had like almost like a hero turnaround,
Definitely. He really proved himself towards the end there. I really grew to like him. I'm just trying to think of any other characters I really liked. Do you have any in mind while I'm thinking?
I mean, obviously, again, besides Wednesday, I guess I'd have to say, so Bianca, who's kind of like the mean girl, at the start.
Yeah.
I didn't like her, but that's because they did a good job of making her seem like every mean, popular girl back in high school. And but then she ends up helping out towards the end, even if it's just like a little bit there.
I really like that about her.
Yeah, so I liked it. I like that, like, too many shows, I feel like, with teenage characters, it's like people are stuck in their cliques. So like if you're a mean girl in a show, you're just always a mean girl.
Yep.
And it's not always like that in real life. So I thought it was good that she kind of had like even if it didn't come from a completely like altruistic place, like she still went out there and tried to help out. She still did something. She still put aside her own whatever, and then there's the whole thing with her mom.
Yeah, that little side plot that they were going for, I was going to mention that. I really like that because you kind of started to feel for her after that, because you realize her mom's a jerk. Like she's clearly just using her, and she deals with a ton behind the scenes that we don't even know about yet. And I think that's the nice thing about this season overall that I noticed is it was developing a lot of the side characters on top of Wednesday. So like we were seeing like some like small little plots for multiple characters, and I think that's good for setting up future seasons. So hopefully we'll eventually see what happens with Bianca, because I believe she ends up leaving the school or something to go do the launch thing.
I can't remember too much at the end if she actually left the season or if it's just like it is presumed that she's gonna leave. But yeah, like they basically set it up to where it's like extending the world a bit with her.
Yeah.
And
something to look forward to.
Yeah, and like, I mean, even from the beginning, there's werewolves, there's vampires, there's sirens, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, you just jump into a world full of horror, which I liked a lot.
Yeah, and it's just like it's known because I mean
Yeah,
Jericho, the town, um, they just acknowledge like, yeah, those are the freaks. Like everybody's just aware of vampires existing. Like I just my mind would explode if that was the real world.
right. Yeah, I would freak out. Like you would never know if like you get attacked or something. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, they deal with the like monster or freak hate pretty well, I would say, in the show. Like you get to see, some of it. Like that's the whole reason the principal was working so hard is to stop the
yes.
hate. How did you feel about the forget his name, the guy that took an interest in Wednesday, Tyler? How did you feel about
Oh,
Tyler's character?
so I truly 100% did not think he was. I thought he was just going to be a normie, as they say. Like I
Yeah,
thought he was just whatever for the longest time. Probably the first 4 episodes, I think.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I didn't think anything. I thought he was just going to be like a love interest. Nothing was going to come of it other than like, whatever. Um, so I wasn't expecting him to be
the monster.
the monster.
Yeah,
And
so that was crazy, and I agree. I didn't see it coming. They did a great job, like making you think he wasn't, especially when he ends up getting attacked or something,
yeah,
and I thought right then and there, I'm like, oh, so he's not the monster? Because in my head, I felt like he kind of was. Like I was thinking in my head, I'm like, but I always do this when I watch like a mystery show or like a whodunit kind of plot. I'm like, okay, is he the person doing
yeah,
it? Is she doing it? So like I was suspecting him, but they really did a good job like throwing you off.
yeah. I truly didn't expect it, but I mean, I liked him.
Yeah,
So to be honest, I was more like suspicious of his dad more than anybody else.
same. Yeah,
Um,
he felt like he was hiding stuff.
yeah, and so I don't know if they were just going for the strained relationship, and
Hmm.
that's why he was kind of suspicious to me. But yeah, um, I did not see Tyler
Yeah,
being,
being the monster. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Overall I liked his character. I liked that. I liked the development that was going on with him and Wednesday. Like I honestly started to see them as being potential boyfriend and girlfriend. Like
yeah,
I was starting to see like they had like a little friendship going on. You could tell she kind of liked him because
yeah,
she would tolerate him and not threaten him and stuff. So that it made the monster reveal honestly pretty heartbreaking, just because like I was rooting for him. So
yeah,
that really, I mean, it was well done, but it disappointed me because
yeah.
I wanted to see him, get together. But I thought that, yeah, the Tyler was a great character. How about Xavier? Xavier was the kid that he had the ability to make his art come to life. He drew all those crazy paintings.
First of all, that power is cool here, not cool for Naruto.
Right? God, one of the most lame characters in Naruto. No, no disrespect to any Psy fans out there, but
Yeah,
no,
it
yeah,
was. Sorry, I just had to throw it out there, but
no, that's good. I didn't even think of that actually.
but yeah, I liked him.
You did.
I I liked him as a character at first, and then I kind of towards the middle of the show was kind of just like he kind of annoys me honestly. He just seems like he's just
Same.
grumpy all the time.
I hate. Okay, I'll be honest. I hated him. I thought he was okay at first, but he got on my nerves. Like that. Like you
Yeah.
said, he just was. He got super like nasty. Like always had an attitude. Like, and he wouldn't say why he kept having those visions, clear
Yep.
as day or whatever the dreams he was having. Because he in the show he draws his painting because he draws art and he's drawing paintings of the monster and he has a clear as day vision. He has like visions or dreams about this monster, and it's never explained. And he gets mad at like Wednesday for being suspicious of him, and
Right.
that pissed me off personally because I was like, this kid, like, you just need to prove you're innocent. But he just kept like hiding things. It felt like I don't know.
Yeah. He was all around sketchy, and I always try to give like characters like an episode or two
Right.
to
Too.
truly make like an imprint on me or impression on me.
Hmm.
And yeah, I got a couple episodes in with him, and I was just like, nope,
I don't like him.
I
Yeah,
don't like you.
that's how I feel. That's what he ends up getting imprisoned because Wednesday like calls him
Accuses
out.
him, yeah,
Yeah, accuses him, and he gets imprisoned. I was so happy. I was like, yes. Like, I didn't even care if he wasn't really the monster. I'm like, all right, lock him up. He's out. No,
yeah,
but I didn't hate him that much. Like, I honestly would like to see him grow and appear more in season 2.
yeah.
But he definitely just he irritated me. Um, I know you've been mentioned this, and I'd actually like to ask you how you felt about Morticia and Gomez, Wednesday's parents. So, what were your
So
thoughts on them?
yeah, so it's probably weird to some, but I like the actors slash actresses that they chose for those characters. I
Hmm.
don't like them together.
Yeah.
So, Catherine Zeta-Jones as Morticia, I actually liked.
Hmm.
I think she did a good job of being both like how we imagine Morticia, which is like, you know, kind of romantic, dark, but also
Yeah.
she's a mom. So she still had like a motherly, I guess, aura to her.
Yeah, she definitely did.
um, and then I can't pronounce his name, but the actor that plays Gomez, I think his name's like
Luis Guzman, I believe. It's
Guzman or something. Yeah.
Guzman, yeah.
Um, I liked him as Gomez. I know some people don't really picture Gomez as him.
No, yeah.
They're used to the very suave George something, I forget his name, from the 90s movies.
Hmm.
Um, which I mean I understand, but I actually did a little bit of like looking up um
Yeah.
the old like comic Adams Family, and I guess he's supposed to be like a heavier set dude.
Yeah.
Which I have no problems with. And yeah, I liked him as Gomez. I thought he was like perfectly funny, quirky, still has that like dark side that that the Adams Family are known for.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, the two together, like, I mean, maybe this shows chemistry in a weird way, but like they just made me like cringe.
You weren't you
I
weren't
would
feeling
just,
it.
yeah. So yeah, I don't know. It's just their chemistry was just off to me. I don't know
No,
how you
yeah.
feel, but
I agree. I wasn't feeling their chemistry that much either. Like, I remember in the cartoon, like the parents were like really lovey-dovey, and they were kind of doing that, but it just kind of felt forced. And because of their lack of chemistry, it just felt like they were forcing it, I guess. But I agree. I liked them both individually as Morticia and Gomez. I will say I remember in the cartoon, the dad like always got like hurt in most ridiculous ways. So, and
yeah,
I would like to see that maybe in season 2 some more wacky like moments like that.
yeah,
But and I get why we didn't see that in this show because it's not about them. But overall, I think they had the right amount of screen time. I liked the actors again. I liked the like truth that they went into like about because in the show, I believe Wednesday's dad was accused of murder,
yeah,
and you eventually find out what happens. It was like the kid of this like very famous family in the town
yeah,
liked Morticia, and he was like a crazy stalker, and he basically like tried to force her to be with him. If not, like he'll kill her. And she ends up, or him and Gomez, the stalker and Gomez get into a fight,
yeah.
and Morticia ends up, I forget, she like stabs him, and he falls off the roof, or what was it?
So yes, she did stab him. That was the true story,
Yeah.
but I guess the autopsy actually revealed that he died before he hit the ground, and it
Right.
wasn't from the
Yeah.
stab; it was from nightshade poisoning.
Nightshade poison, that's right.
Yeah.
That was a big twist.
Yeah. So technically, nobody killed him except for. I don't remember. Did he have the nightshade on him for a reason?
Honestly, I forget.
I thought he was. Because he had it in his pocket and it cracked when he was fighting Gomez. That was supposed to be what happened. And then she, like, stabbed him and he fell. So they all thought that he died of that.
Right. Honestly, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I remember him having the nightshade for some reason. But yeah, that was a crazy like twist overall. And I really like how they did cleared Gomez, or Wednesday helped clear her dad's innocence.
Yeah.
Overall, I like the parents. Another family member that we haven't talked about, and I feel like is one of the highlights of the show, is Thing.
Yes.
One of the best hands I've ever seen. One of the best actors I've ever seen.
Gotta hand it to him.
So how'd you feel about Thing overall in the show?
I really liked. I didn't think it was really possible for just a singular hand to have personality.
right. That's what I thought. I was like, man, I love this character. Like, he's just a hand.
Yeah, and I love that he's like obsessed with like keeping the hand clean, so like manicuring and.
Oh yeah, him and Enid.
Yeah.
Little routines together.
He's like one of their gal pals, basically.
Yeah, that was great.
But I thought it was good because since we don't have like the Addams family all together for the show, like to have Thing constantly there with her was like a good way of having like almost like comedic relief, but also he helps out. So
yeah, he wasn't a useless character. He helped. He had many like big moments in the show. Yeah, and on top of, I agree with you there, and like just having him there made it feel like I was still watching the Addams Family, kind of, just because like Thing is such a like iconic like character in the series. So I feel like that helped make it you keep remembering. Okay, this is the Addams Family like universe. So
yeah, because I could 100% understand someone saying like if they didn't have Thing there, like you could totally not even realize this is an Addams Family
show. Yeah,
show.
It could just be some random like murder mystery show, basically,
with like just a strange lead actress. Like that's it. But yeah, Thing really like rounds out that this is based off of Addams Family.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I really liked him. If it's cool, you can look up like little clips of the guy that does the hand.
Yeah.
So you just see him in this costume, and then he's got his hand. It's crazy what this guy can do. He should be talked about more. He's impressive. But yeah, I really like Thing.
Did you realize who played Uncle Fester?
Yeah, the guy on Saturday Night Live, right?
Yeah.
He was on Saturday Night Live?
Fred Armisen or whatever?
Yes, Fred Armisen. Yeah. How did you feel about Uncle Fester? We only got him for like one episode, but
I know. I
like him a lot.
I like him because I feel like Uncle Fester would be kind of like an upbeat but weird uncle, you know?
Oh yeah.
But I'm a little disappointed that we don't get anything else from him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if and when there's a season 2, God forbid, that I just hope they put more of some of the family characters in it.
Definitely, yeah.
They don't have to do the whole family thing again, but like, you know,
get more relatives in there. Like I definitely want more of Uncle Fester because he's hilarious in the cartoon. Like one of my favorite characters. He's so wacky, really funny, and even in that one episode though, he did a good job, I'd say. And I like the actor. I thought the actor they chose fit the character pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then how'd you feel about the main villains of the series? So one of the villains is obviously Crackstone, who is this like guy,
like the founder of Jericho. He's like your typical Puritan a-hole.
Yeah, he complete a-hole. He hates all the monsters and wants them all killed. It's pretty messed up. But the twist and the second villain, how did you feel about that? Did you see it coming?
I did not see the exact way it was going to go, but I felt that they had to have Christina Ricci in here for a reason.
For a reason, right? She was important in some way.
Yeah. So, you know, and if you don't know, she is how most of us remember Wednesday, which is she played Wednesday back in the 90s. So
yeah, love that.
She was a great little kid Wednesday. I mean, I don't know any other child actor that can look like they're gonna kill you so well.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, she was really good in the movie. I remember really liking her.
Yeah, and I mean, I like Christina Ricci in a lot of stuff too, so I'm a little biased there. But yeah, I didn't see how she was going to go in the show.
Mm-hmm.
At first, I was like, "Oh, cool, she's a teacher," you know.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize she was gonna be like a main character.
Neither did I.
Let alone like essentially the mastermind bad guy. So I liked it though. I liked that they gave her this like shot, you know.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, I did not see it coming. I remember liking her in the old Addams Family and whatever else she's in, I've liked her. So I was a little disappointed because throughout the show, she doesn't get much screen time. Like, honestly, she's in a couple scenes, like episode to episode. I think she's in a scene in every episode. I could be wrong though. But then she has this crazy moment. I don't know if you remember. Like, she goes down to there's like a secret society in the school, and it's by this Edgar Allan Poe statue. And in order to enter the hideout, you have to snap twice.
Yep.
Which I love the nod to obviously the Addams Family song. So that was a cool little nod to it. I don't know if that was supposed to just be an Easter egg or if that's going to even, be important to the later seasons. But when she did the snap, because she knew the snap, I suspected her right away. I was like, okay, something is not as it seems with this character. I'm going to keep my eye on her. But even with thinking that in my head, no way did I expect her to, one, be I think she was the daughter of that.
So she was like the descendant of Crackstone.
Oh, Crackstone, the main villain, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the big reveal, that's right. Yeah, because in the show, they end up finding out that the daughter to the kid, or no, the sister to the kid that they thought Gomez killed was still alive, because they say in the show that she drowned or something.
Yeah.
So the show is trying to make you think, okay, she's not here, but then it's like, oh, that she actually is here. I'm like, who is this chick? They try to make you think it's a therapist. I even thought it was the principal. Like, no lie. I thought it was her. So when it was Christina Ricci's character, I was like, what? So
yeah,
that was crazy.
Yeah, I think they did a good job of really throwing you way off from her. But when you saw the snap, like, I for sure was like, all right.
Yeah, like, why are you doing that?
She's their first normie teacher, so she wouldn't have gone to the school at all. Mm-hmm. And on top of that, it's like a secret student society.
Right.
So,
yeah, yep.
How would she know,
Mm-hmm.
And granted, Wednesday figured out the secret on her own.
True, yeah.
Because she was reading like the Edgar Allan Poe quotes or whatever that were in the statue's book, I think it was.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, still, as soon as she snapped, I was like, all right.
Yeah.
She's got at least a minimal responsibility in what's happening in this plot. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I completely agree. I didn't see it coming, but overall, very well done. I'm trying to think. Do you have any favorite moments in the show? Like, what are some of your like highlight moments, if anything?
So, I know everybody's gonna say this, but the dance scene.
Of course, that better be everyone's number one favorite scene.
Yeah, it's just like, I loved everything about it. I like the song that they chose. I like the way that the dance like hall looks, and everybody's in white, and here's Wednesday just like, nah,
all black.
that's not me. So
Yeah.
And the fact that she apparently choreographed her own dance.
Yeah, I read that, and apparently
Yeah.
she had COVID too, and she didn't even know it.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, I believe I was reading it. It wasn't maybe during the dancing, but when they were filming the dance, she was like feeling sick, I guess, and then she found out she had COVID. It was like
Wow.
trending on Twitter and stuff. But so that just makes the scene even more impressive if she was like sick while doing that dance, like
Right.
crazy.
Like I get a cold and I'm just like out on my couch for
Same.
like days.
Yeah, but no, I agree. The dance was great. I love the music choice too. I thought I was shazamming like every song that showed up.
Oh yeah, we have to comment on like the music for this show is
10 out of 10.
yes,
Right.
because even besides the Danny Elfman background soundtrack, which very much gives me like Edward Scissorhands / I don't remember if Danny Elfman did Dark Shadows with Tim Burton. Do you remember?
I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure he did. Let me look it up though.
I mean, the show overall gives me a vibe of those, Dark Shadows / like, not that these are related, but also the series of unfortunate events series on Netflix.
Oh yeah.
It gives me a lot of like vibes from both of those.
No, yeah, and Danny Elfman did do the soundtrack for Dark Shadows, but I completely agree. I was definitely getting that vibe.
Yeah, and then the renditions. So there was Paint It Black.
Yeah, the instrumental of it.
Yeah, that was great. Plus it was just a neat scene. Like they didn't have to throw that in there, but I thought it was I live for it. It's very Tim Burton, very Danny Elfman, and
anytime she played it was the cello, right? Anytime she played the cello, I was like blown away. Like
apparently she learned a little cello in order to make it seem
like she was
real.
actually playing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she did it very well. I thought it was her. I was like, dang, she can really play.
Well, and then I guess some super nerd looked at the sheet music that was on her stand, and it's not Paint It Black. It's actually like it's a song from Bach, but I guess there's significance behind it. I don't remember. I'd have to look it up again, but like it feels like everything in this show was just like, oh, like that's something, and like I guess there's like posters of Tim Burton's previous films that are hanging up in the Weather Vane, the little cafe.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
I'm gonna have to look out for that on my second viewing.
I'll have to send you a link of like cool fun facts about the show. But yeah, I was like going through that.
Yeah.
It's great. But
that's awesome.
Sorry, not to get sidetracked, but yeah, when they did like Nothing Else Matters, they did. Apocalyptica that did it, and
yes,
that was amazing.
I love it. I had to rewatch it on YouTube or re-listen to it just to remember what you were talking about. And I loved it. So good. Gave me chills. Like really the soundtrack overall was really good. Yeah. And they really did a good job with that dancing. Honestly, I probably think that's my favorite episode overall. I don't know about you. But do you have any other favorite moments?
I like their I don't know what you would call it, triathlon or whatever it was, the marathon.
Oh yeah. It gave me a lot of Goblet of Fire like vibes, honestly.
A little bit. It also kind of reminded me because I think it's just because it's a canoe that they're racing in, but it felt like a little throwback to Addams Family Values, because if you remember, Wednesday and her brother go to like a summer camp, and it's like they're miserable because like all these other kids are like happy,
having fun,
so it just
their life.
It gave me like a little bit of a throwback to that, and I kind of laughed. But like the fact that she smiles there at the end, if you remember, of the like marathon when they get the trophy, and I'm like, you can see like she kind of is starting to change a little bit. Like she kind of acknowledges that having people there to support you in
is
a
actually
team
pretty
setting,
nice.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I noticed that. I noticed that a lot in the show. I'd say like small moments, maybe not a lot, but a lot of small moments that you can see she's starting to change a little by little.
Yeah.
And we didn't actually talk about it though, but Enid, her roommate, was a fantastic character. I
Yeah.
love that actress. I hope she's in more stuff going forward. She was great.
Yeah, she was just so quirky and funny. Like,
yeah,
you know.
she really, like, even though I love, there's so many memes right now of like Enid on one side and it's like all rainbows and like happy, and then Wednesday's on her side of the room and it's just dark, and it's really funny meme, but
it makes me laugh because like it's literally like I had a friend growing up that was like, you know, she was a cheerleader and she was like, you know, really long pretty hair and makeup, and
yeah.
I was like over here like
in all like, black, like
yeah, all black, thick eyeliner, but we were like this, man, like
right. Yeah, it's funny that it happens probably a lot more in real life than people think.
Yeah.
But that brings me to one of my favorite scenes, though, was with Enid. I really liked, so I like two scenes with her. I really liked the scene with where she transforms. She finally transforms into a werewolf, or however, wolfing out, whatever they called it.
Yeah, they called it wolfing out.
Yeah, I really liked that scene. And then I really liked her scene with the dude that like turns himself into stone. I like their relationship overall, actually. I thought that was really fun. But
is he supposed to be like a Medusa?
Honestly, I don't know. I thought that, but I don't know what the term is for like their monster world. But she was just really funny, that Enid's character. Like when they found out that there was a secret hideout, and she was like freaking out the whole time that her boyfriend knew about this and she didn't.
Yeah, he's like, it's a secret society.
Yeah, you're not supposed to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what? Any other favorite scenes that you want to talk about?
Definitely anytime that like Wednesday's like fighting.
Oh my god, she is crazy good at fighting. I couldn't believe that.
Like the first one that I remember is like the fencing scene. So her and Bianca are fencing, and she's like, "Oh well, how about we draw first blood or whatever?"
Yeah, I was like, "Oh snap!"
Yeah, and I'm kind of glad that she didn't win that, because I felt like it was a good way to like kick her legs out from under her a bit.
Yeah, show she's not, like all that, like as much all that like she thinks she is. Like,
yeah,
it was a good way to.
She's apparently like super smart, and like she's really good at archery, and she plays the cello, and it's like, okay, she's got to have, she's got to be outdone by somebody.
Yeah.
So it was a good scene for me. Or when she fought, I forget the kid's name, but the mayor's kid and his friends came into the cafe, and she beat him up there.
She beat the heck out of him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those kids, they were just common bullies, but I really liked the mayor's son. I actually felt for him when his dad ended up passing away, or he got murdered actually. But and then he had that moment with Enid. Like, you could tell, like, he was kind of a dick, but at the same time, like, you could tell he has like a conscience or whatever.
Yeah, it was. I guess I'm a little sad. I would have liked to see him actually end up with Enid.
Yeah, I was starting to ship that.
Yeah, really, really bad.
Right? I was like, oh man, they're really starting to click. I really like that. Yeah.
And, and he went to the dance with her, and he was like kind of starting to learn more about her, the school, and everything. And they clicked over, like, I think it was like a movie or a show or something, and he realized that, like, yeah, she's a werewolf, but she's not that different from me,
Yeah, she likes sports, same sports as me, and all that stuff. I was like, that was a really cool scene, actually. I really liked that they threw that in, but it's kind of unfortunate that they ended up not hosing, but they, like, messed with the drainage and messed up the whole dance.
Yeah, they pulled a Carrie, and they...
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah. They turned the water into red with food coloring, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like blood's raining down, and Wednesday is just like, like loving it. I was like, oh, what?
And
I
she
couldn't
licked it,
believe
and she
it.
was like, "Oh, it's not real
Oh
toothpaste."
yeah, it's just yeah. I was like, what the heck, lady? It was just paint. I'm like, and then even then when she's like, oh, it's just paint. I'm like, what? Shouldn't that still taste nasty to you?
Right.
Like she was. Oh man, she was such a good character. I really want a season 2.
Yeah, I really just hope that there's a season 2. I hope that Netflix doesn't axe it.
Fingers
um,
crossed. Don't mess it up, Netflix.
or mess
Please.
with any of the actors and actresses. I've already had enough heartbreak with
The
The
Witcher.
Witcher, so.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I really she's supposed to be only like 16 in this first season, so she technically, if we're going by normal school standards,
We got at least 2 more seasons. 2 or 3 more seasons.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which it's kind of like, well, how much more crap can she get into?
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is they clearly want a season 2 because they set up that ending.
Yep.
Because in the end, Tyler, the monster, gets captured and the other villains are just killed.
Yeah.
And at the end, Tyler turns into a monster. And the reason there's a significance to that, because we didn't mention it, but the monster has to be controlled, I believe. That's what they were saying. So someone is controlling him again. And I don't know if Christina, because, that's something we didn't mention. Christina Ricci's character, like Wednesday ends up like dealing with her off screen. So we don't actually even know she's like in jail, killed. Like, I don't, like, I know Wednesday is crazy, but like, I don't know if she would actually have killed her. I don't know. I think that they didn't show her die on purpose. I don't know. How do you feel about that?
The fact that we didn't see clear as day that something happened to her, either direction, that she for sure lived and went to prison or something,
right?
And or she died. Me personally, I don't think she's dead. I think by that point in the show, Wednesday has had so much of a like humanizing aspect to her.
Yeah.
That I don't truly believe she would have killed her. Maybe maimed her. Like, or like tortured her in a way, but like something, very minuscule, not like.
Plus, like, I think that's something they would show on screen too. Like, I feel like Wednesday isn't entirely, like, she would not kill her, but like at the same time, I agree with you. She's becoming more like a regular human girl. Like, she's starting to have like a conscience, kind of. So they didn't show her get killed for a reason, and I think that Tyler turning back into a monster proves she's alive. Because like, who else would still be able to control him? So,
yeah, but at the same time, my only problem with that is, doesn't that essentially create the same plot?
Same like villain and stuff. So I don't know what they're gonna do. She also gets a letter or something, right? I forget what I'm trying to look at what the letter said. You remember?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Basically, it was like a taunt to Wednesday, basically showing that someone is still out there and is gonna end up attacking her or something. I gotta remember what it said. But I definitely think with the setup there, with the letter, and then the Tyler turning into a monster, like, this definitely isn't over.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can find
what the letter said. Yeah, because I'm definitely curious, because there was some significance to that letter, I thought. Because at the end, Wednesday is leaving for like a holiday. Let's see.
So I guess, I don't know, I'm confused. I think at the end she had a kiss with Tyler, and it shows the monster getting away.
Okay.
And so it's kind of implying either he's not, like, he is a monster, but maybe he's not the monster. And, his mom isn't in the season. She's supposed to be dead.
Yeah, we don't know what happened to his mom. I thought because like
Yeah,
the dad wouldn't talk about it. He kept
because he
like,
kept being like, "We're not going to talk about this. We're not, I don't want to talk about your mom. I don't want to talk about that." And it's like very hush hush.
uh-huh,
So I guess maybe it could be like something with his mom,
uh-huh.
and because I assume it's genetic, right? So if his
Yeah,
dad's not one,
no, yeah, that was the cool twist, and that that probably means that his mom might still be out there, and like
yeah,
maybe they were trying to like control, control her like transformations or something. I don't really know, but
yeah.
yeah, overall, I think they did a good job setting up another season, but we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Do you have any other like closing thoughts? You want to? I don't know if you have more to talk about, but we can probably start wrapping this up soon. Uh,
Um, no, I mean, I guess if we want to say overall, if we would, I guess, recommend it to people.
sure, yeah,
Um, I think mine's evident, but I would definitely recommend it.
yeah,
It's,
same.
I wouldn't say it's, 10 out of 10. I'll give it that.
Hmm.
But I would say for me personally, it's like a good 9 out of 10.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with that. It's definitely a must watch. Like I feel like it became like one of the most watched shows on Netflix.
Yeah,
That it even
didn't it
surpassed Stranger
outdo?
Things. Yeah,
Yeah,
it surpassed Stranger Things season 4, which was
that's
in
shocking.
honestly that's shocking to me too. I think it's because it was Thanksgiving weekend and
Yeah,
maybe everyone's home off the holidays. Maybe no one had anything else to watch, so they watched it. But regardless of that fact, the record speaks for itself. Like it's breaking records. Like it's
yeah.
a good show. I definitely recommend it for any fan of Tim Burton. And yeah, I mean, we can start wrapping it up. I think. Do you have any last minute thoughts or anything you want to get out there?
Not really. I really like Adam's Family. I like the dark. I like the macabre.
Yeah,
So it's overall, I thought it was great. It was fun entertainment. Watched it in one day.
yeah.
So
I knew you would
yep.
because I know you pretty well now, and I know when I was watching, I'm like, oh, she's gonna love the show. So that's why I recommended it to you. But yeah,
Yeah.
I love the show. I'm glad I watched it. I definitely want to rewatch it again and hope for a season 2. But thanks for joining me, Amanda. I had a great time discussing Wednesday, and
Yeah.
thanks everyone for tuning in. Make sure to like the video, comment down below if you liked Wednesday, what you didn't like about it, if you want a season 2. And yeah, thanks for tuning in again. Catch you guys next time.